Good morning, students. Welcome back to Science 2 class. Today we are going to continue the same chapter, Organ System in Animals. In this chapter, we are going to see about the human excretory system, functions of kidney, structure of nephron, and finally the human reproductive system. The first topic is excretory system. Life of every organism depends on certain basic process. Excretion is one among them. Different organisms follow different modes of excretion. In complex organisms, including humans, there is a specialized system for excretion called human excretory system. Different organisms follow different modes of excretion, such as kidney, lungs, skin, and eyes, depending on their habitat and food habit. For example, aquatic animals excrete waste in the form of ammonia, while birds and insects excrete mainly uric acid. Humans produce urea as the major excretory product. The human excretory system organs include a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. Now let's see about the next topic is kidney. Kidneys are bean-shaped structures located on either side of the backbone and are protected by the ribs and muscles of the back. Each human adult kidney has a length of 10 to 12 centimeter, a width of 5 to 7 centimeter, and weight around 120 to 170 grams. The kidneys have an inner concave structure. The blood vessels, ureter, and nerves enter the kidneys through the hilum. The renal pelvis, a large funnel-shaped space, is present inner to the hilum. It has many projections known as calyces. Now let's move on to the next topic is structure of kidney. The structure of the kidney is explained below. The first one is capsule. The outer layer is called the capsule. Inside the kidney there are two zones. The outer zone is the cortex and the inner zone is the medulla. The cortex extends in between the medullary premises as renal columns called columns of Pertine. The next topic is nephron. Nephrons are the functional units of the kidney. Each nephron has two parts, glomerulus and renal tubule. Glomerulus consists of a bunch of capillaries formed by afferent arterioles. Blood from glomerulus is carried away by efferent arterioles. The renal tubule starts with a cup-like structure called Bowman capsule, and this encloses the glomerulus. The Malpighian body consists of glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. The highly coiled structure in the tubule next to the Bowman's capsule is the proximal convoluted tubule. Now let's see about the next topic is Henle's loop. The next part of the tubule is Henle's loop, which has an ascending and a descending limb. The ascending loop continues as a distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubules of many nephrons open into the collecting duct. The cortical region of the kidney comprises of Malpighian capsule, proximal convoluted tubule and distal convoluted tubule, and the medullary region contains a loop of Henle. In the case of cortical, the loop of Henle is very short and extends only a little into the medulla. The next one is ureter. A pair of thin muscular tubes called the ureter comes out of each kidney extending from the renal pelvis. It carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. The next topic is urinary bladder. It is a muscular sac-like structure which stores urine. The urinary bladder is emptied the act of urination. The next topic is urethra. This tube arises from the urinary bladder and helps to expel urine out of the body. In males, it acts as the common route for sperms and urine. Its opening is guarded by sphincter muscle. Now let's see about the next topic is functions of kidney. It maintains the fluid and electrolytes balance in our body, regulates acid-base balance of blood, to maintains the osmotic pressure in blood and tissues. It helps to retain the important plasma constituents like glucose and amino acids. It removal of waste products. It removal of excess fluid. To balance mineral and chemicals, to control of blood pressure, and to production of red blood cells, and to maintain the healthy bones. This is for some important functions of kidneys. Now let's move on to the next topic is mechanism of excretion in humans. The process of excretion in humans takes place in the following steps. The urine is formed in the nephrons and involves in the following steps: glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and secretion. The first step is glomerular filtration. It is the primary step in urine formation. In this process, the excess fluid and waste products from the kidney are filtered out of the blood into the urine collection tubules of the kidney and eliminated out of the body. The amount of filtrate produced by the kidneys every minute is known as glomerular filtration rate. The next step is tubular reabsorption. It is the absorption of ions and molecules such as sodium ions, glucose, amino acids, water, etc. Water involves passive absorption while glucose and sodium ions are absorbed by an active process. The next step is secretion. Potassium ions, hydrogen ions, and ammonia are secreted out to maintain the equilibrium between the body fluid. Now let's move on to the next topic is dialysis or artificial kidney. Under certain circumstances such as poor blood flow to the kidneys, infections, injuries, etc., the kidneys fail to perform their functions. In such a situation, artificial kidneys are used for blood filtration and this process is called dialysis. Other than the urinary system, skin, lungs, and even eyes helps in excreting waste products in different forms. Sweating is a mode of excretion where water, urea, and other salt are excreted through the skin. Lungs help us to exhale gaseous wastes such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen, etc. The patient is said to be put on dialysis and the process of purifying blood by an artificial kidney is called hemodialysis. When renal failure cannot be treated by drug or dialysis, the patients are advised for kidney transplantation. Now let's see about the next topic is human reproductive system. Reproduction can be defined as the biological process of producing a new individual or an offspring identical to the parents. This process ensures the increase in the number of individuals of a species when conditions are favorable. It is one of the fundamental characteristics of living things and an essential life of processes. There are two types of reproduction. The one is asexual and another one is sexual. All the human beings undergo a sexual mode of reproduction. In this process, two parents are involved in producing a new individual. Offspring are produced by the fusion of gametes from each parent. Hence, the newly formed individual will be different from parents, both genetically and physically. Human reproduction is an example of sexual reproduction. In human beings, both males and females have different reproductive systems. The first one is male reproductive system. The reproduction in human beings involves the fusion of male and female gametes produced in their reproductive system. The male reproductive system is different from the female reproductive system, both in structure and in function. The male gametes, that is sperms, are produced within a male reproductive system. Sperms are small unicellular structure with a head, middle piece and a tail. Human male reproductive system consists of testis, scrotum, vas deferens, urethra, penis and accessory glands. Testis. A pair of oval shaped organs masked in a pouch called the scrotum. They are responsible for the production of sperms and the male hormone is called testosterone. The next one is scrotum. It is a sac-like organ that hangs below the penis and behind it. It is the houses of the testicles or testis and maintains a temperature that is required for the production of sperm by it. The next one is vas deferens. The sperms produced in testes are stored in a tube called the epididymis. Here, the sperms get matured and pass to urethra through the muscular tube called vas deferens. The next one is accessory glands. This includes three glands, namely seminal vesicles, prostate gland and Cowper's gland. The secretions from the three glands mix to form a fluid called semen. Semen nourishes the sperm, increases the volume and helps in lubrication. The next one is penis. Penis is a cylindrical tube which serves as both reproductive organ and an excretory organ. It delivers sperms into the vagina during sexual intercourse. Now let's move on to the next topic is female reproductive system. The female reproductive system is active before, during and after fertilization as well. The female reproductive system consists of ovaries, oviduct, uterus and vagina. The first one is a pair of ovaries. Ovaries produce and store ovum in them. They also produce a female hormone called estrogen. The next one is fallopian tubes. They are the site of fertilization. They connect ovaries with the uterus. The next one is uterus. Uterus is the site of development for the embryo. The next part is vagina. It is the part which connects the cervix to the external female body parts. It is the root for the penis during coitus as well as the fetus during delivery. The female reproductive system has two functions: protection of female gamete called ovum or egg, then providing nutrition and protecting the developing embryo. During puberty, eggs in the ovaries start to mature. One of the ovaries releases the matured ovum in every 28 to 30 days and is called the ovulation. This is for the female reproductive system. Thank you, students. The second chapter is over. I hope you all understood this chapter. If you have any doubt, please text me. Thank you. Have a nice day.